Hello everybody and welcome to the customer demonstration of Interprise Suite. We're going to log in with our username and password and we're going to connect via the local area network rather than the internet. Okay, so I'm going to sign in. Okay, CRM comes up first. We've already done the demo on CRM, so we're going to go straight to the customer module. Okay, as you can see, you've got your new section of the menu, Find, and we also have a much bigger tool section than the CRM section that includes things like credit control, batch document printing, and we'll go through all these in a while. Okay, let's first look at an actual customer account. Okay, so if I go to Find Customer, it'll list all my customers. I'll pick on my example UK company, and as you can see from the search list, you've got the name, the address, all that sort of stuff. Okay, so let's double click into them. Okay, we can see the name, obviously, which we can change, the address, telephone number, fax number. We've also got custom fields. Okay, so if I show you, I'll give you an example of how custom fields work. These are for things like, things that you want to keep track of. For example, SIC code, number of employees, turnover. So if I double click on that, we've actually created some fields in our database. Okay, that you can do exactly the same. So I've if I drag and drop these on, number of employees, yeah. Say yes to save those, save the layout. Essentially, we now have a turnover field and a number of employees field, yeah, which you can use as you want to. Okay, we've also got a recent history information, so we can see the latest quotes. We can also see trading information, like what's the balance on their account, what's the outstanding orders. Okay, and down below we actually have some extra tabs, which are, this is all the contacts at this actual customer record. Okay, so as you can see, I've got 2 contacts on here. Okay, so there's our contacts. There's notes, so let's add a note. Okay, so I'll just call this example note. You can see it's automatically put the contact's name on it. Okay, it's automatically put my name as a user on there and the date and time created. And then we can put whatever notes we want to. So I can see that information. Okay, so we can also see activities that have been occurring to this customer account. You've also got a zoom button over here. So if you wanted to see more detail, there's a lot of detail here, you can actually just zoom that up. So you can actually see it in more detail. So you can see that there are kind of activities that have been going on with this customer, like we've been doing some calls, we've been doing some callbacks, we've got some callbacks to make, we've got an outstanding case, and you've got the same kind of searching activity filters and day views that we showed you in CRM. Okay, we've also got, is there any outstanding cases for case tabs, a case tab, any outstanding opportunities. Okay, and the values. Have we had any emails sent or received to this particular customer or contact? And do I want to do a new email? This shows the kind of level of integration, because obviously the emails are integrated, the case management's integrated, the opportunities are integrated. Everything to do with this customer is in one place. Okay, so that's tells me if there's any emails, any faxes, any documents that we want to attach to this customer record, and has this customer been part of any waves that we created? And in the CRM demonstration, we created a wave that included this particular customer record. So that shows that they were part of a call wave. Okay, now I'm looking at the general tab in this customer record. And the contacts, notes, activities, cases, opportunities, everything else are all to do with this particular customer overall. But if I go into this particular contact, it takes me to the contact tab, and then the notes, activities, cases, opportunities, emails and faxes and documents and wave activity are all to do with that contact. So we have a contact-centered view. Yeah, and the general is a company-centered view, so it covers all the notes, all the activities. Okay, so in a contact record, you've obviously got the name and address, and it's different. There are individual phone numbers and mobiles, and you've also got other information. And one of the other things is, because it's totally integrated to the e-commerce system, do you allow them to have web access, and what's their username and password that they actually use for the website to place orders or look at their account, whatever. Okay. So if we go back to the General tab, you can also see that we've got some icon buttons here. Okay, so that means that from this customer record, not only can I see everything going on with this customer, but I can also create a quote. I can do a sales order here and now. I can create an invoice here and now. I can create a new contact. I can do a new note that way. I can do a new activity. I can create a new case. I can create a new opportunity. I can do everything that I can do via the menu, but also in the actual customer record if I was looking at them now and wanted to do it straight away. You've also got an is on credit hold, okay, and also are they active. So if you untick them as an active, they'll still appear in your list, but they won't appear in any of your search lists. So when you can do a quote or an order, they won't actually clog up your lists anymore. So now I'm going to go into the Setup tab. As you can see on the top, you've got the currency. So you can actually decide what currency you want to trade in with this particular customer, and the credit limit. Now we have payment groups. Okay, and payment terms. Payment terms what we normally understand as 30 days from document day or COD or whatever. But payment groups, what they do is they put them together in groups. So what you can, so when you're looking at a particular customer, if you say that they're in this particular payment group, then the user will only have options to offer them those particular payment types. For example, if you trade with someone abroad, it might be COD or wire transfer or whatever it is. And those are the only options available to anyone in Europe. But in the UK, you might offer 30 days or check and whatever. Same with shipping methods as an example. It may be that you offer next day to UK customers, but you can't offer next day to EU or customers in the States, because obviously you just can't do it. So what you do is you group your shipping method types together, so you know what you can offer a particular customer. Okay, default tax code, default warehouse, who they assigned to, which user they assigned to in the main, and down here we have things like is there a rep assigned to them as default, even though you can assign to every order or invoice a different sales rep or multiple sales reps, so you can split the commission. We have full commission, processing commission functionality. Then what's their VAT registration and registration number, and we also have something called customer ranking, and this is recalculated in setup by looking at how many, what's their outstanding balance as a percentage of their overall outstanding balance, what's their outstanding orders as a percentage of all outstanding orders, and what's their turnover as a percentage of all our customer turnover this year. And then obviously how many days do they usually pay on average, and that's weighted, so we kind of come out at a decent rank. So for example, if we wanted to allocate stock, we had limited stock, we could do it by customer rank. We could do it by delivery area or due date on the item lines, but effectively we can rank our customers by best to worst, and that seems a good way of actually weighting them. Okay, so let's just go back to the customer record. Alright, we've looked at the contact tab. We also have over here the nominal or GL analysis, so you can actually specify this by item, by customer, by category, or by the defaults. And this is basically just read only because we've specified that we just wanted to use the defaults in this particular demo company. In the advanced version, not the standard version, you'll be able to have different layouts for every document, and you'll also be able to put custom messages on every document for this particular customer. So when an invoice is printed, let's say, you might have a customer message that needs to go on there. Okay, so pricing. Okay, now pricing is dealt with in detail in the inventory module. But essentially we say this customer, if we set up special pricing for this customer, then it would use the special pricing here. Okay, if there was no special pricing set up here, then it would use this pricing method up here. Okay, so if this was, let's say, set at use a price list and use this standard price list, then it would use the special pricing first, then it would use the price list. If the item wasn't in the price list, then it would use the wholesale or retail price, depending on which one you set. So let's set up a special price for a few items. So let's say this item and this item. Okay, and what we have here is if it's simply that we just charge, I don't know, £100, yeah, for each one of those, that's it, done. Okay, but if we wanted to do a bit more detail than that, we can actually drill down here, and we can actually see that we could then do special pricing for each type of unit of measure. So it may be that for dozens we do a better price,